the NBA in luck. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. We've got George. Marcus Smart is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Sarr, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, we've got Anthony Simons. Andre Ayton out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. And you think about the future of this great league, certainly, Greg, some terrific young talent on display here tonight.
Yeah, and Kevin, who's got next? I mean, some gifted players here answering in the affirmative.
Here's Simons. Rebounded by the Wizards.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
In the corner, Middleton with it. Takes the 3. Drills the 3-pointer.
He's a dangerous outside shooter. Middleton is someone you got to chase off that 3-point line.
Simons from outside. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Koulibaly. Count it.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute, and the two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. 5 on the clock. Ayton against Smart. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Middleton's not a selfish player, always willing to share the wealth.
GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty draft record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar level talent.
No mistake about it. Middleton rising up that time for a vicious dunk.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Simons against Smart. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
The guard rising up. Simons with some thunder of his own.
Simons against Smart. To the middle. Middleton can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And when you're a knockdown shooter like you were, with the kind of athleticism that Anthony Simons possesses, right, you're in rarefied air.
Yeah, no doubt Anthony, one of those guys really tough to stop. You got to pick your poison with him. That quickness and his ability to get to the rim, though, that can impact what they do offensively.
Koulibaly with it, defended by Sharpe.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
The shot by Middleton, wide open, and he's good on the 3-ball.
For 3.
Middleton's got 8 points.
And that kind of consistency from Middleton from 3, that's huge.
Outside, Avdia. Ayton wide open. Portland no good that time either. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Here's Smart. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Outside, Simons for 3. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
Wizards ball.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Smart, banked in off the glass. Smart's got his second basket.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim.
Avdia with a screen for Sharpe. With the drive, And then Sharp with the dunk.
And look at hanging in the air, double pump, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow. Here's Sar, still scoreless, and stolen by Simon. Oh, Ayton in position, and it's blocked.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sar, has major defensive potential.
.41 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Simons off the drive. Ayton, the pass to Sharp. From outside, off the mark. Washington leading now by 5. Pass to Middleton. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Smart on the wing. From the stripe. No good.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Chris Middleton has been on display for the Washington. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Washington.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
So the Wizards 5 right now. Sar out there with George. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Coulibaly in at the shooting guard position. Sharp. It's 3-pointers off the mark. And it's Smart with the ball for the Wizards. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Hey, Brett, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trail Blazers excelling?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses.
Here's Coulibaly from outside the arc. Trains it from beyond the arc. Coulibaly's got the lead up to 10 now for the Wizards.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest 3-pointer you can imagine.
Avdia, a screen on Smart. Simons against Smart. And Simons. Oh.
Yes, sir. Such a dynamic offensive player. Great speed, great hops. Simons hard to stop when he makes his move.
And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Alex Sar.
After what we saw from Simons last year and the way he broke out offensively, just becoming one of those guys that plays with force when he has the ball.
For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Smart passes to Sar. And Sar throws it down.
And at 7'1", Sar makes dunking look easy. The defense has to push him further from the rim.
Now, here's Simons. 8 points for him. Middleton outside. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. George against Avdia. Shot clock at 5. Coulibaly. The shot's good on the assist by George. And it's a 12-point Wizards lead.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And Ayton throws it down.
Does it feel good as a big man like Aiden to throw it down? You bet it does.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Olreans.
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA, and confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much.
This is a good sign for the offense, handing the ball off to Middleton, who right now has got it going.
Pass to Simons. Oh, Ayton in position. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Simons.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Wizards leading by 11. In the corner, it's Saar. Outside, George. 1:04 left in the first half. Smart against Simon. Saar, the pass to George. Just his first attempt. Rebounded by Kamare.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
It's George on the wing. And it's George finishing it off.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Pass to Saar. For three, Middleton sinks the triple.
Chris Middleton.
Middleton's got the lead up to 13 now for Washington.
And how smooth is that jumper? Middleton making it look easy from the corner.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Simons. And so we conclude the first half. Wizards out front. They lead by 13. And a Jets. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Chris Middleton has really been making it happen, guys.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Walker out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Williams. Then it's Henderson. And it's Rupert in at the two-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And when you watch Kispert, you know, Brent, you can see the aggression he plays with when he's going at the rim.
Yeah, sometimes Corey will surprise you because you know he's a spot-up shooter and you know he's elite at doing that, but he will attack, go in there, and throw his body at guys to create some scoring opportunities.
Kispert, the pass to Bay. Now Kispert. 6 on the shot clock. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Champagny passes to Poole. Walker against Bay. Back to Poole. Pass to Champagny. Kispert wide open. He fires. Off target with his 3. Trailblazers trail by 14. Now here's Walker. He's defended by Bay.
Just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
Holmes wide open. He fires. Hits it from three-point range. Holmes got himself on the board with 3 there. Pass to Rupert. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Washington leading now by 15. Kispert kicks to Poole. With the floater. Bay finds Poole. To the left side wing. Kispert, the pass to Poole. And he uses the glass on the layup. Poole's got his first points of the game.
Those are 2 tough points from Poole. Great to see him mixing it up down low.
Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The bad boy Pistons, and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there.
Henderson outside. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Poole.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Pass to Holmes.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
To the wing right side. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams.
Robert Williams.
That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
.156 left in the third. Shot clock at 6. And there's Poole on the assist from Kispert. Poole's got 6 points.
And Poole can make some of those inside off-balance opportunities look easy.
Henderson looking it over. Williams sets a screen for Henderson. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. Portland, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throw.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Talk to most of the coaching staffs around the league. What is the first thing they think about with Jeremy Grant? And it's that athleticism that comes to mind.
Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. It's tipped. 1:11 left to play here in the third. Pass to Kispert. Ripped away. Grant with the ball. Holmes covering. Walker with a clean look. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
An occasional over the back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back. I think there was an angle to get to that ball, but a bit reckless on that play.
And Brent, talking about Saddiq Bey, he's the type of player that every team covets.
Well, you think about Saddiq Bey and where it is that he came from culturally in college, and this is a guy at his size and with his ability, you can plug in and play and know you're going to get genuine effort on a nightly basis.
Pass to Klingon, shoots over Holmes, and it goes down 2 points.
And what's scary about Klingon, he's still learning how to score around the rim. Donovan will only get better.
Poole against Henderson. Here's Kispert. Now here's Holmes. Here's Champagny. He has yet to score. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Kispert, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation.
Blazers ball. Substitution on the court.
Here's Simons. He's got 11. Oh, Ayton in position. He doesn't hit that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players...
And so it's the Washington Wizards with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then it's Koulibaly. Then it's Sarr. And it's Smart in at the point. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Here's Simons. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside for George. Sarr, the pass to Smart. Nice ball movement by Washington. 6 on the shot clock. Middleton finds Smart. Lets the 3 fly. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Kamare. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Ayton dishes to Avdia. Connects from three-point range.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Smart against Simon. Smart with the ball. And slam dunk by Smart.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's Sarr. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
That's just too much Alex Sarr there. All at about 7 feet. He is a lot to handle.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Washington.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
Throughout the game, the mid-range area has been their bread and butter, continuing to pull up from there with a tremendous amount of confidence.
Smart with the steal.
Oh, great steal. Is there an aspect of this game they haven't controlled?
And it's good for 2. Middleton's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Here's Ayton. And just miss after miss right now. Washington's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Smart kicks to Middleton. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
For 3.
Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
No one covered.
They gave up a 3 at the other end. That's Simon's response.
Here's Middleton. Crafty move. And it's good on the way in. Middleton's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Avdia, the pass to Simons. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Sweet move. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line.
Unable to simply overwhelm people the way he did in college just because of his size. Ayton has done a much better job just staying patient. Great pump fake there.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow them.
Now, here's Sharp. He's defended by Koulibaly. Oh, Ayton in position. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Wizards.
And this was one that never really was in doubt. I thought an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Chris Middleton.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Now you have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
Ball stolen. And Simons has it in the corner. Pass to Kamare. Back to Simons. Pocket 6. Drives to the hoop. And it's sent back by George. And the wide open shot from Abdia. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Simons playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in a great rhythm.
Koulibaly with it. Smart with this screen on Sharp. In the corner, it's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Simons kicks to Abdia. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says a
but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back. Let him run, let him eat stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
Brad, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
And checking out the New Orleans opening lineup. Murray runs the point with Jones flanking him. Zion Williamson out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the 5.
I think everyone in here felt that dunk.
No question. That is a power-packed windmill jam. Wow. And here's New Orleans now, following the bucket by the Blazers. They kick it out to Murray. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Yeah, the closer he gets, the deadlier Murray can be. He just enjoys working close in.
Simons outside. Driving in. Messi grabs the board. First quarter of play, a minute in. Stan, after his 12-year playing career, Willie Green has made a seamless transition into coaching.
Yeah, first of all, Willie Green is a person of very high character. Second, Brian, he consciously started preparing himself to coach while he was still playing, and then he was able to work on great staffs under great coaches, and now he's an outstanding head coach in his own right. Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Here's Murray, and he banks in the layup.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Here's Kamari. Pass to Avdia. Out to Simons. Just 5 on the clock. He takes it in, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Murray. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
And once Murray plants his feet, it's over.
The drive by Simons. The rebound by Murray. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Avdia with a steal. Pass to Aiden. Oh, and the jam by Aiden.
Excellent timing by Aiden on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
For Portland, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. And, Coach, you look at DeJounte Murray, a 6'5", do-it-all guard.
Well, Brian, he's got the size and quickness to defend either backcourt position. Offensively, he's best with the ball in his hands, but he has developed his spot-up game to help the team.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Williamson inside, defended by Avdia, and he can't jam it through.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
And Aiden gets it to go.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Aiden beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Now here's Murray. Give him 8. Kicks it out to Williamson. Pass to Murray. From downtown, knocks down the long J. Murray's got 11.
Over the years, Murray has continued to embrace a bigger role on offense. He's got so much confidence right now.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Williamson outside. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Knocked loose. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Takes the three. Oh, at the buzzer. He got it off in time.
That is an incredible shot.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Portland ahead, up by 5. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
Okay, on the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Murray runs the point with Jones flanking him. Trey Murphy out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Misi in at the 5, down low. Here's Williamson. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
And giving them what they want, the incredible dunking ability of Zion on full display.
Pass to Kamari. The 3 is up. Misi grabs the board. Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Williamson. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Williamson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the closer, the better for Zion. Kind of surprising to see him stretch it out a little.
Simons against Jones. And it's Simons penetrating. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Coach, you talk about guys who are always upping their game. How about Anthony Simons?
Well, Brian, I feel like he's one of the truly under-the-radar scorers in this league. He's put in a lot of time and work, never satisfied with himself or his game, and he just keeps getting better.
They set the screen. Simons against Murray. From the arc. Portland with a rebound. And stolen by Jones. For 3. Great D that time from Simons. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. 6-point lead. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
Murray up top. He's covered by Simons. Outside Murray. Shot clock at 5. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Murray just owning things on the offensive end, getting to his shots and making them.
Hey, yo, right here. Simons outside. Into the lane. Oh, misses the dunk. Pelicans trail by 6. And it's the Pelicans on the break. They get it back. Here's Misi. Outside Murray. Jones with a screen on Avdia. Murray passes to Jones. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton. You know, there's so much to like about Herb Jones. It's hard to know where to start with this guy, Coach.
Well, Brian, I think I know where it starts. It starts with him being an all-defensive caliber defender, one of the best in the league. But then lately, he's been so efficient from three-point range, and his overall efficiency at the offensive end has gone way up. He's become a complete player.
Pelicans on D. They trail by 3. Ayton, a screen on Jones. Here's Simons. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got his 4th rebound in this one. On the wing, Jones. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist. Jones has got 6 in the quarter.
Unselfish play there by Zion. moving the ball to another shooter.
There's Simons with a three. Williams grabs the board.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
They kick it out to Murray. And there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Olenek's checked in for the Pelicans.
Number 13, Kelly Olynyk.
Portland has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Sharp against Murray. Again, the miss by Portland. For New Orleans, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Williamson, right side. Williamson. Oh, wow! Highlight dunk from Zion.
And few sights are more impressive than Zion taking flight and absolutely annihilating the rim.
There's Simons with a three. The Pelicans pull it in.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Here's Olynyk. They kick it out to Murray. Takes it inside. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Boy, Murray eats up ground in a hurry. You blink, and suddenly he's at the rim.
Simons against Jones. Simons with it. He's got 11. Avdia screen on Jones. Here's Simons. And that's not going to go. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's New Orleans up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, DeJounte Murray has been exceptional here, guys.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
We've got Klingon, Matisse Thybulle out there with Henderson. Then it's Williams, and it's Grant in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. McCollum looking it over. Olynyk with a screen on Henderson. 4 on the clock. McCollum. And the shot's good. And the Pelicans lead by 4. All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
McCollum's got space. Can't hit from the elbow.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Brown against Henderson. Thybulle, a screen on Brown.
Wow!
A two-handed power slam.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
McCollum against Henderson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon. Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul. You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
Shot's good by McCollum.
And that's a savvy move from McCollum. A defender doesn't know what to do with moves like that.
McCollum against Thibault. To the right side. Here's Klingon. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. It's a one-point game. From outside the arc. Drops in the layup for two. McCollum's got 6.
Oh, what a tricky shot. CJ, he's showing off now.
Thibault with it. McCollum covering. Thibault against McCollum.
Nice lob. This is where Klingon can get a lot of his points early on while he's developing the rest of his game.
Here's McCollum. And yep, it's good. McCollum's got 8 points in the quarter.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Thibault, that's good. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Henderson against McCollum. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And since the break, both teams are increasing their intensity and really getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
To the left wing. Pass to Graham. Top of the key. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why. Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Henderson, the pass to Thibault. Inside. Here's Klingon. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
First, Klingon screens the defender out of the play and then capitalizes.
Here's McCollum. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Nice offense here. Close in. Great bet to go.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Henderson, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, head first down the lane. Henderson wants to throw it down on your head.
So both teams making some changes here. That's good from Henderson. 23 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Murray. He's got 17. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Sharp passes to Avdia. With the teardrop. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It'll be on Zion Williamson. Portland shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
Denny Avdia, 2 shots.
And the second free throw is good.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
Some impressive scoring and still a quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the 4th? And we're coming. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. So for New Orleans right now, Murray runs the point with Jones flanking him. Zion Williamson out there with Trey Murphy, and it's Misi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Oh, like a freight train, Zion Williamson up the floor.
I mean, he moves so well for a guy his size. Zion's ability to run and finish in transition is incredible.
There's Simons with a three, rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
Oh, they keep the ball out of the cylinder, but they pick up the foul in the process. 2 shots coming at the line.
And that's a clever foul choice. I mean, cuts off the dunk and sends him to the stripe.
First free throw is good. Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
And he lobs it up. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
There's the three. Rebounded by New Orleans. Misi's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Murray. Outside Jones. On the take. Simons with a rebound. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. From deep. They get it back. Pass to Avdia. Second chance shot. Bullseye!
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Ooh, poked away. Simons with it. Checked by Murray. Now the Blazers on the move. Ahead. Here's Avdia. And it's Portland scoring again. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
Jones from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Pelicans lead by 1. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
And that one falls for Simons.
At the line for your trip.
And so Simons nails both of them.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Murray inside. He's covered by Simons. Outside Jones. 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Williamson misses. The Trailblazers have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Simons outside.
2 minutes in the game. 2 minutes.
Driving inside. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Put so much pressure on the defense.
And with confidence, Murray stepping up at a crucial point in this game.
Free throw drops from Murray.
In a close game, it's great to have guys you can count on to knock down free throws.
The Trailblazers have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. And there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That's his 3rd foul of the game. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Simons against Jones. Now here's Simons. Defense right on him.
Great D. Williamson with the strength, the wingspan, and the athleticism to make a difference at that end.
Sharp against Murray. Williamson inside. Outside Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Williamson outside. The 3 is up. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Avdia. Here's Simons. Out to the right wing. Apia against Williamson. Aiton, the screen on Williamson. Trailblazers got to hurry, got to get up a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Murray scanning the floor. Williamson with a screen on Simons to the paint. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good!
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Avdia from outside. Can't get the three to fall. Aiton, count it!
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Checking in for the Pelicans, Zion Williamson, Craig Murphy.
That's tipped. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Avdia from outside. Oh, no good! We're headed for overtime. Regulation is ended. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Here we go. Now Murray. Anthony Simons out there with Sharp. Then there's Avdia. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the small forward position.
Well, he competed for that rebound. You love to see him getting in there and scrapping for the ball.
Ayton with a screen. And he lobs it up top. Simons against Jones. There's the drive. Over to the left wing. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Simons against Jones. Avdia. Here's Ayton. Pass to Kamare. To take the lead. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got his 4th rebound in this one. They kick it out to Murray. 5 to shoot. And there's the screen. Puts up a deep 3. Hits the trifecta. Now it's a 5-point New Orleans lead.
And using the pick and roll to perfection. I love how crafty Murray is in these situations.
Outside Sharp. Pass to Kamare. Simons outside. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Outside Murray. Here's Here's Misi. He's covered by Aiden. Yes!
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Simons passes to Aiden. Back to Simons. Got a hand on it. Down low. And they're on the run. Good. And the Pelicans lead by 6.
I like that from Murray. I mean, he lets things develop, and then boom, assist.
And they recover it. And he buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First team foul.
And here's New Orleans now. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5.
Herbert Jones.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
Avdia passes to Simons. Back to Avdia. Pass to Simons. Over Murray. And so the Pelicans take the win. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill.
Afternoon and action on 2K. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, they've got DeJounte Murray. Trey Murphy is out there with Williamson. Then there's McCollum, and it's Messi in at center. And for Washington, George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Smart. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Sarr in at the 5. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ball game. Here's Smart. The shot's good.
I'll tell you, it's not often, but Marcus Smart working the pick and roll, effective in that particular instance.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Chatted with Brian Keefe. You know, he's concerned about a lot of things, but in particular, he's worried about how to deal with DeJounte Murray. Coach said he's an opportunist in transition. Everybody's got to get back after a miss, or he'll eat us alive. Sounds like the same thing we've heard from other coaches. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's Murray. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. Shot clock at 2. Williamson a screen on Smart. They get it back. Messi's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
There's been a lot of turnover in Washington doors over the last few years. Where do you think they go from here?
I think the first thing they're looking for, Kevin, is obviously a cornerstone around which to build your team. Recently, it was Bradley Beal. Now they are looking for someone to step up and be their guy.
And here's McCollum after Marcus Smart got his shot to go from deep. On the wing, Murray. He's defended by Koulibaly. Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. Williamson outside. Out to the right wing. Right wing. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound, Washington. Smart on the wing. He's covered by Murray. Here's Koulibaly. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Now here's McCollum. Here's the screen. There's the drive. Fires from deep. And he can't jam it through. Wizards leading by 4. Murray against Smart. Down low. Here's George. In the corner, it's Sarr. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Smart. Pass to Sarr. Over Murray. Messi grabs the rebound.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Here's Smart. The Pelicans make their last shot. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Yeah, it's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Williamson kicks to McCollum. Inside, Messi. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Nice shot by Smart. Smart's got 7 points in the game.
You know, this is in part what makes Marcus Smart very dangerous, right? He can slice into the defense. He's got that remarkable speed to get where he wants.
Now here's McCollum. Still without a basket. The shot missing. Here's Koulibaly, covered by Williamson. Saw the pass to George. Here's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
How about Sarr? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
You've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times, a valuable piece for this team.
Sarr's shot is off. Murray with it. Pelicans shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Good on the second free throw. Middleton looking it over. It could go. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Wizards lead by... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Trey Murphy is out there with Williamson. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then there's McCollum. And it's Messi in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
Oh, boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? There's a good screen, and it's Murray penetrating. Jacks up a 3. New Orleans with a fresh shot clock. Kicks it out to McCollum. Murray against Middleton. They shoot again. Murray, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that push.
Nice shot by Smart.
Well, I love that Marcus Smart sprinted into that shot opportunity. You've got to be prepared on the catch, and Marcus was ready.
And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Koulibaly. 6'8", with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
And you have to admire how hard Zion plays. It makes defenders nervous and forces them to overcommit.
Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
Now here's Smart for 3. Middleton, good, and Smart gets the assist. And now an 8-point Washington lead.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
For 3, Murray. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Sarr.
And when you ask the coaches about Sarr, they rave about his motor.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Middleton for 3. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Murray for 3. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Clock at 6. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Sarr's got 6 in the quarter.
Letting the big man Sarr go to work inside. I like seeing him being aggressive down low.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
We know, Doris, at one point the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
Coulibaly sinks the three-pointer. Coulibaly's got 6 points.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Murray kicks to McCollum. 51 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. For the 3, knocks down the 3 ball. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Here's Middleton, and good that time. And the Wizards lead by 11.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
2 points, that one goes. Murray's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Pounding it in the paint there. Murray doing it all.
Here's Smart outside. George to the middle. Here's Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Back to Murray. From the arc. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Washington holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. One of the stories here, Marcus Smart getting it done today.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Poole and Kispert to the guard set. Sadiq Bey is out there with Holmes. And it's Champagnie in at the 3. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Poole on the wing. He's covered by Brown.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Olynyk, a screen on Bey. Brown with it, and it's Bey picking him up. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Brown.
Hits his first attempt of the half. Not what you'd call suffocating D on that possession.
Poole kicks to Holmes. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Olynyk. New Orleans moving the ball around. Poole against Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple. Wizards leading by 11. Poole with no one around. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Poole's got 5 now.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Olynyk can't hit.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Here's Champagnie. Pass to Holmes. Poole on the wing. Second shot opportunity. Holmes passes to Poole. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Lets it go from deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Brown deciding where to go with it. Basket good. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And again, the turnover by the Wizards. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Olynyk. Here's Boston. Shot clock at 5. And that one drops.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And Poole gets it to go.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Jones with the screen on Poole. Brown with it. Picked up by Poole. Olynyk sets a screen for Jones. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Lets it go from the wing. Olynyk can't hit. Washington leading now by 12. Here's Champagnie over Jones. Now here's Kispert. Not a lot of room. Fires the three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. 1:04 left to play here in the third.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Poole against Brown. The kick out to Poole. And he dunks it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Brown outside. Pass to Olynyk. Back to Brown. Rebound by Kispert. Wizards leading by 12. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. It's deflected. To the inside. Here's Jones. Now here's Olynyk. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Olynyk's got his first points of the game.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
And so it's Washington going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their lead is where... And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Pelicans trail by 10. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Trey Murphy, McCollum is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then it's Zion Williamson. And it's Misi in at the 5 spot. Smart with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Smart passes to Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Here's Sarr. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
And here's McCollum for 3. And Sarr pulls it down. It's tipped and stolen by Murray. Here's Misi. Here's McCollum. Oh, that's blocked.
Sharp defensive instincts from the rookie. Sarr using those long arms to knock that one away.
Launches a 3. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Pelicans trail by 12. Looking to get back on track here. And McCollum with the layup.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense. That's just way too easy, guys.
Washington has gotten the 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Middleton outside. Pass to Coulibaly. Back to Middleton. Shot clock at 6. Misi grabs the rebound. Misi's got his 8th rebound here tonight. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. They set the screen. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
McCollum against Smart. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. Driving the lane. George has a 2-pointer. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter.
Williamson right side. 1:52 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to McCollum. Murray against Smart. There's Williamson with the 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. And now it's only a 5-point Wizards lead. Now Coulibaly. Middleton. And off the prior. And in it goes. 10 points for Chris Middleton.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything. And you have to appreciate the confidence that Murray plays with. He's never afraid to take the big shot.
Pass to Smart. 1:14 left in the 4th quarter. Takes it inside. It's good. And the Wizards lead by 7.
I'll tell you, the dynamic physicality of Marcus Smart, he has gotten a lot of opportunities.
And Murray, here we go. Here's Williamson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach
After the review, at the line for the Pelicans is overturned. Zion Williamson.
Difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. The challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Easy. First personal foul. Second team foul.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
There's just so much potential for Sarr. He's got that Wemby-like build with a lot of skill.
And that should be enough to get the job done, even though he didn't get all of it.
Murray left side. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Oh, what a find for Murray. He's just a total team player.
Here's Koulibaly. He's guarded by McCollum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. So it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the music. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat
Here's the starting group for Portland. They've got DeAndre Ayton. Matisse Thybulle out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Avdia, and it's Kamare in at the 3. And for Washington, we've got Marcus Smart. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then there's Sarr, and it's Coulibaly in at the shooting guard position. Smart. Well, Brennan, this one tonight, you got two teams that have struggled to find any sort of confidence.
You're right, B.A., and the thing that you want most is to find out where inspiration is going to come from. You don't want to rely on your coaching staff and use the coach's verbiage to get you going. Some player is going to stand up and stand out tonight, and like a weather vane, things can just shift, and with a win here tonight, a team could go on a little bit of a roll to reestablish some of their confidence for the rest of the season.
And don't judge Smart by his size. A little physicality isn't enough to stop him.
They set the pick. Simons passes to Thybulle. Puts it up. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Great run out and the pass right on target. Outstanding transition offense.
And it's Simons with the ball for Portland. 4-point game from deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Simons playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in a great rhythm.
With the Bradley Beal trade, Washington made it clear they were going in a new direction, Brent.
Yeah, it felt like the Wizards were stuck in the Delaware just a little bit. They won 34 or 35 games for 3 straight seasons, and trading away Bradley Beal was an admittance to, hey, we've got to start over. We've got to do something to get some younger players in here on the roster and give us some flexibility. The future is now for the Washington Wizards.
So much skill there for Sarr, and he can get elusive, which helped him draw the foul.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Hey, guys. The Wizards' #2 overall pick, Alex Sarr, wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sarr.
A big piece. Okay, Shams, thank you. Here's Kamare. Good D by Middleton. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Back to Coulibaly. 4-3. And again, Washington, no good. For Portland, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Keefe. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and Coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And it's Denny Avdia with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. And it's Washington with the ball. They lead by 4. Pass to Sarr, and there's a pick. Let's go with a 3. Connects from downtown. Sarr's got 5.
Yeah, still a developing part of Sarr's game, but he looked confident with that triple.
Thybulle on the wing, puts up a 3. They get it back. Here's Avdia. Outside Thybulle, fires for 3. Counted from distance. Thybulle's gotten his second bucket.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Smart. Kicks it out to Middleton. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart.
And that's what Middleton is known for, a remarkable outside shooter, and that release got off pretty quick.
And he drops it in from the low post.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Smart. And another basket for Washington.
And Smart has guts. I mean, he's so good at absorbing contact and still converting.
Simons outside. Misses the 3. Wizards leading by 7. The drive by Smart. Off target at the rim. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Kamari, no good. For Washington, they've gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Shots good by Sarr.
Middleton's not a selfish player, always willing to share the wealth.
30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Simons against Smart. Throws it up high, and Ayton with the stuff.
As long as passes are in that area, Ayton's going to get up and go down.
Here's Middleton, and it's Middleton finishing it off.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Here's Simons. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Washington Wizards. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Sarr out there with George. Then there's Marcus Smart. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Smart passes to George. Pass to Middleton. Stolen by Ayton.
Just a great play on D to throw him off the shot and force a turnover.
Now Avdia. Outside Thibault. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by George. Washington leading by 9. It's Smart on the wing. Covered by Thibault. Outside Coulibaly. Clock at 6. Pass to Sarr. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Oh, man, it's 7-1. Not a good idea to challenge Ayton there.
They get the rebound. Here's Kamari. Simons outside. Lets the 3 fly. And they get it back. Avdia passes to Thibault. Launches it. And he misses. Only 2 for 6. Washington's gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
And as Chris Middleton has gotten older, Brent, he's had to battle a number of injuries.
And no doubt this is what happens to an aging player. And for Middleton, they seem to just be compounding. The tough thing for the squad that he plays with is just how reliable and important he's been in the biggest moments. So he gives them confidence. He needs to find it back in his own body.
Gets the 3 to fall.
Getting the ball and taking his shot, Smart makes it look almost effortless.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Pass to Sarr. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist.
Yeah, in the lane there. I mean, that's easy money for Sarr.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. Middleton outside.
2 minutes.
6 on the shot clock.
Second quarter. 2 minutes.
Fires the 3. Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got a rebound, number 5 here tonight.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Now here's Middleton. Defense is right there. Pass to Smart. minute and a half left in the second period. Portland with a rebound. There's Simons with a three, and he drains it. That basket makes him 4 for 9.
And man, finishing it off there, Simons showing great quickness and alertness to get there that time.
Washington again can't hit.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Here's Avdia. Sarr pulls it in.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
A great decision from Smart. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Here's Thibault. And a miss there on the triple. And so Smart will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Coulibaly. Banked it in off the glass. And now an 11-point Wizard lead. And the Trailblazers shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. Off the mark there with a three.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Well, the Trailblazers shooting around 29% in quarter number 2. Here's Kamari. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 4 rebounds now. Middleton, no good. Avdia outside. And so it's the Washington Wizards. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. Back to the game after this break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Marcus Smart. Man, has he been playing well.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. Scoot and Sharp for the backcourt set. Klingen out there with Jabari Walker. And it's Grant in at the small forward position. All right, Brent, we hear the phrase 3 and D. Jeremy Grant is a perfect example of that, though.
Well, Grant's done a good job of trying to find some more confidence in shooting from the arc. He shot over 40% from 3 in one season. Defensively, he's versatile, he's long. I like him to play a little bit more physical, but if that comes along, he's the kind of guy you want to suit up with.
Here's Poole. Poole gets it in close.
Poole does a great job there, just extending and using his length to have an advantage on that shot.
Henderson outside. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Washington leading by 7. Poole, the pass to Bay. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Holmes, a screen on Sharp. Three-pointer, Kispert hits the three-pointer. And it's a 10-point Wizard lead.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one. But I love when guys still use fundamentals to box out and rebound. He cleared his man out effectively on the box and then stepped towards the ball to grab it.
And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Holmes, a screen on Sharp, pulls up. And there are the Wizards with another bucket. Blazers trail by 12. Oh, it's stolen. It's Poole on the wing. He's covered by Grant. Grant against Poole. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Well, nice smooth release from Grant that time. Can't let him get that kind of rhythm.
against Henderson. Now here's Poole. Tight defense on him. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Poole's got 6 here in the quarter.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Pass to Henderson. Here's Grant. Lets it go from deep. And he can't get that one. And here's Washington. They're on an 11-3 run. Holmes with it.
2 minutes.
No good with a layup.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And it's good for 2. Henderson's got 5.
An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play. Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, one of the great challenges of an NBA player's life is being traded. Veteran P.J. Tucker said, in 24 hours, you're playing for another team in another city, getting all of your stuff, uprooting your kids, changing schools. Your whole entire life changes in a blink. If you've never experienced it, you'd never understand. Ian?
Pretty heavy stuff, Allie. Thank you. Blazers trail by 13. And he's going for the lob. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Nice lob. This is where Klingon can get a lot of his points early on while he's developing the rest of his game. He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Portland has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Henderson, the pass to Graham. Back to Henderson. And here's Walker. Henderson outside. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Holmes has got 5 rebounds in the game. Bay with it. Now Sharp defending. Kispert left side. Pass to Bay. Bay hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup.
Ending up with a close look. That's a great trip down the floor from Sadiq Bey.
It's Sharp on the wing. Now here's Grant. Henderson outside. Walker for 3. Knocks down the triple. Walker's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket. Now that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Abdia outside. The 3 ball sinks the tray. Abdia's got 5 points.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 9-point. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Marcus Smart out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Sarr. And it's George in at the 4. That's the group for Washington right now. Here's Thibault. Pass to Kamari. And he lobs it up to the rim. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Smart with the bucket.
Yeah, when he's on, he is on. And Smart showing us his whole game in this one.
Abdia from outside. Sinks it from distance. Abdia's got 5 points now this quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Pass to Sarr. And here's George, defended by Abdia. George passes to Smart. 4 on the clock. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Simons outside. Ayton with a screen. Outside Thibault. The 3. Sarr pulls it in.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Wizards.
The fearlessness they've shown going strong inside has been impressive. The defense hasn't been very effective against them.
Throughout the game, the mid-range area has been their bread and butter, continuing to pull up from there with a tremendous amount of confidence. That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Smart against Simons. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Wizards leading by 9. Middleton attacking. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
Well, Middleton does have some length himself, and he utilizes it there on the drive.
Simons outside. The three. It's rebounded by George. George has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Simons with a steal. Out to the wing. Avdia outside. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. George against Avdia. Kicks it out to Middleton. From behind the arc. To the inside. Pass to Coulibaly. Just 5 to shoot. Now Smart. Here's Middleton. Thibault with the board. Blazers trail by 9. It's Avdia on the wing. Here's the 3. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Middleton up top. From deep, Sarr. He can't hit that time. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the 4th. Simons against Smart. Now here's Simons. He's closely guarded. Pass to Kamari. 6 to shoot. Oh, there's the alley. Fires from deep. And that one's good. Coulibaly.
Terrific placement on the bounce pass. Right where it needed to be.
Here's Simons. Outside Thibault. This one for 3. Washington with a rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And that one's good. Coulibaly.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here. Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Here's Smart. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Anthony Simons. That free throw, no good.
At the line for 2.
And he sinks the second.
Would have been nice to drain them all, but he did enough to put this one in the bag.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Wizards basketball.
from deep. Sar can't connect. So we see the Wizards taking the W here. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForge.
On 2K, let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Denny Avdia. Then there's Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the small forward position. And for the Pelicans, the backcourt pair for them, Murray and Jones. Trey Murphy is out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Misi in at the center, locking down the middle. And what a matchup we have here in the front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Here's Kamare. And the three off target. And it's the Pelicans' ball. It's a three-point game. Mr. Williamson. Here's Misi. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from the elbow. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. Avdia, a screen on Williamson. A nice shot by Simons.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Murray with it. Williamson, a screen on Simons. Here's Murray. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And 2 physical points for Murray, mixing it up down low.
And we've seen Stan DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard or he can be off the ball. But the best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
Here's Simons following the score by DeJounte Murray. Oh, Ayton in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
To the wing on the left. Here's Kamare. Williamson against Avdia. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick for 3. It doesn't go for him. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. For 3, Murray nailed from three-point land. Murray's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Pelicans. The Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. In his first 3 seasons in the NBA, Stan, Anthony Simons only started 5 games. But now he is out there a lot and getting starts.
Well, look, Kevin, he played under Damian Lillard. Not a bad role model for Anthony Simons. Another 6'3" guard with explosive scoring capability.
Now here's Murray. He's got 8. Got it. Good job in the low post. Murray's got 10 points in the game.
Pounding it in the paint there. Murray doing it all.
A kick out to Simons. And there's the call on Jones. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here's Simons. He's got 5.
2 minutes.
Outside, Avdia. There's the pick. 5 to shoot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Murray with it. Now Avdia defending. Murray, no good. Trailblazers trail by 5. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me, and that time is right. Kevin?
I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. 1:12 left to play in the first. Murray looking around. 6 to shoot. A second chance effort. That one's not going to go. Avdia with a defensive effort. Portland's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Oh, Ayton in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
And Murray, here we go.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Murray against Simon. Here's Messi, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Yeah, take it up strong, big fella.
Now, here's Simon. 7 points in the game. Avdia, a screen on Jones. Here's Simons, and he makes good on the layup. Simons has got 9.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williamson.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Ayton. It's tipped. DeJounte Murray has been leading the charge for New Orleans. That quarter had to take a lot out of. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Anthony Simons. Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. Murray right side. Going inside. Here's Messi. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And they take the lead. Avdia's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Williamson. That shot, no good. Avdia with a defensive effort. And Stan, while in New Orleans, you had a chance to coach Zion Williamson. Now, I've heard you talk about him before, but what's something special about Zion that maybe the average fan doesn't see?
Well, Kevin, that's a great question because I think what happens a lot of times with Zion, his athleticism is so exceptional that it's hard not to watch and focus on that. But Zion is both very, very smart and a very unselfish player. Nothing makes him happier than an assist to a teammate.
That's a terrific assessment. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Oh, Ayton in position. And stolen by Murray.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Ayton sets the pick for Avdia. Beyond the arc. And no good that time. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Deep 2 from Murray. And he uses the glass on the layup. Murray's got the game tied up here for the Pelicans.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Thibault, the pass to Ayton. Just his first attempt. Portland again missing.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Here's Messi, defended by Avdia. Poked loose and stolen by Thibault. Outside Avdia. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Avdia's got 11 points. It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
Murray against Simon. Murray, the pass to Jones. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Portland?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
5 on the clock. Here's the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 5 points in the game.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest every arc.
And defensively stand, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
And once the acceleration for Murray hits you, he's gone.
Avdia, a screen on Murray. Thibault kicks to Avdia. Pass to Kamare. That 3 off the mark. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Oh, Ayton in position and stolen by Williamson.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Pass to Jones. They set the pick from deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Pelicans lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. DeJounte Murray has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
The guard set is Alvarado and McCollum. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Brown. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. Just 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Tipped away. It's stolen by Alvarado. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Taking 2 shots.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
And they pick up 2. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharpe. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. McCollum with the screen for Olynyk. Pass to McCollum. Shot clock at 3. Yes! And the foul. Shaedon Sharpe picks one up.
Doesn't quite have the height, but boy, does McCollum have the heart. He's a relentless finisher in traffic.
A veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
We'd heard the stories about Sharpe and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Brown deciding where to go with it. And Grant sends it back.
And what tenacious defense from Grant, outworking the offensive player there and coming up with the rejection. And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
A 3 from McCollum. The rebound by Grant.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Klingon. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Grant goes in. It's good. Grant's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
And I like to see Grant taking that head-on approach, driving hard and taking control of the possession.
Cullen passes to Olynyk. Brown outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that, and it didn't go well early on. But they've got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made.
Walker's shot is off. And so McCollum will bring it up for New Orleans. The lead is 2. Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
Anderson looking it over. Looking to end the run. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
High motor type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
Well, Stan, after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization, Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. Shoots from the baseline. Second chance shot. And he banks in the layup. He's got 7.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers. Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Driving in, goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Avdia. Got it!
Oh, amazing! Perfect timing there.
And that's a crucial
3 quarters of play in a close game here. New Orleans on top, leading by 3. And we'll have the start of a 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. On the floor for Portland, we've got DeAndre Ayton. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Avdia, and it's Kamare in at the small forward. Simons finds Avdia, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
Nice move. And Jones has it in the corner. And there's the drive. And Jones with the stuff.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Williamson outside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. He told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. See how it looks coming out of the timeout, guys.
Thank you, David. Pelicans leading by 8. Now Murray. Another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Ayton a screen on Jones. Here's Simons. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. Here's Kamare. Hits the front of the rim and out. For New Orleans, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Williamson. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Simons. Good D by Jones. New Orleans has gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. There's the triple. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Simons kicks to Avdia. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. New Orleans leading by 10. And finished off by Williamson.
What a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Stan, no one knows Williamson's game more than you. You know it firsthand. Zion's physicality makes him incredibly difficult to defend.
Well, there's no question, Kevin. He's virtually unstoppable going to the basket. But as time goes on, you know everybody's athleticism decreases a little. If he's going to age well in the league, he's going to need to have that jump shot as a weapon.
I'm sure you told him that, didn't you?
I tried.
5 on the clock. Murray, no good. Trailblazers trail by 13. Simons finds Avdia. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Pelicans.
With the teardrop. There's a screen by Murray. Pass to Williamson. Back to Murray. There's the 3. And that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Oh, that's a nice looking 3 there for Murray. How about the high release on that one?
Simons on the wing. Defended by Jones. Here's Kamare. Back to Thibault. Takes a 3. It's good from long range. Thibault's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
For 3, Murray. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And it's Simons off the drive. Avdia, a screen on Murray. Pass to Avdia. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Second team foul.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Pelicans lead by 10.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
They get the rebound. Back to Thibault. There's Williamson with the 3. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I
but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and mud and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the kiss. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
A look at the opening lineup for Washington. George out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Marcus Smart. Then there's Sarr. And it's Coulibaly in at the shooting guard position. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Out to McCollum. Picked by Williamson. McCollum, the pass to Williamson. Shot clock at 6. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock.
The pressure that Marcus Smart can put on an offensive player, his ability to contest shots is elite.
Here's Coulibaly. And he buries his first look.
I tell you, it always feels great getting those first points on the board.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
BA, I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. May take some time, but I like the plan.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Misi. To the middle. Uses the glass on the layup.
And defenses can forget how good of a passer McCollum is.
Now here's Middleton. Three-pointer. Fires in the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
For New Orleans, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Now McCollum. Outside Murray. Back to McCollum. Here's the pick. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Misi. Nice move. That's good. And it's McCollum with the assist.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Willie Green for a minute. A big topic of conversation, Chris Middleton. Coach said Middleton is an incredible shooter. He said we cannot let him get comfortable. Shoot it directly off passes. Our goal, run Chris off that three-point line. Chris Middleton, hard to stop. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Middleton, no good.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Pass to Williamson, and stolen by Middleton. Coulibaly with it. Checked by Murray. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
Here's Murray. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's Coulibaly. Offensive rebound. George outside. Over to the wing. From deep, Sarr. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Yeah, still a developing part of Sarr's game, but he looked confident with that triple.
Murray for 3. Here's Williamson. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Pass to Smart. There's the triple. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2. The Pelicans trail. To the left side wing. 41 seconds left in the first. Picked by Murray. Williamson outside. Jacks up with 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Middleton, right side. Smart against McCollum. Three-pointer is up. Middleton buries it from three. Middleton's got 6.
I'll tell you what, I mean, it feels like Middleton can shoot from anywhere, but he's especially deadly from the corner.
And he gets the bucket.
And the advantage he has is clear. Just taking what the defense gives him right there.
Shot on the wing. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. 1 quarter in the books. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Washington.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Murray out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Zion Williamson. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Misi in at the 5. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Williamson passes to Murray. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist. He's got 5.
And Murray, lethal off the dribble, but can do it off the catch as well.
Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answer that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
Smart passes to Sarr. And it's all from 3-point range. New Orleans has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Rebound by Middleton.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Great positioning on the putback. Sarr's got 5 now.
And the long arms of Sarr on full display. You got to keep this kid off the offensive glass.
Outside Coulibaly. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in the game. 3-pointer. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Sarr. Back to Coulibaly. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Fires the 3. Rebounded by New Orleans.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Second team foul.
On the wing, Murray. Coulibaly defending. Fires from deep. Another miss. He's 2 for 4. The Wizards have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Out to McCollum. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Ooh, nice, Smart, slipping inside.
I'll tell you, you have to appreciate the confidence of Marcus Smart. At point-blank range, he is an efficient scorer.
Murray for 3. Offensive rebound. And that one is stuffed right through.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And so Murray will bring it up for New Orleans. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. And it's a 6-point Pelican lead.
Over the years, Murray has continued to embrace a bigger role on offense. He's got so much confidence right now.
McCollum against Smart. Coulibaly on the wing. 6 to shoot. Back to Smart. Over Williamson. Smart with a bucket. Smart's got 6 in the quarter. Here's Murray. He's got 11. Oh, deflected. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Murray deciding where to go with it. There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Lets it go from deep. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. New Orleans shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. There's 6 seconds left in the half. McCollum's shot is off. And so it's DeJounte Murray making things happen for the Pelicans. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. More 2K action in just a moment. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Wow, what a performance by DeJounte Murray.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Checking out the group for Brian Keefe to start the second half. Poole and Kispert at the 1 and 2. Sadiq Bey out there with Rashawn Holmes. And it's Champagnie at the 3. Poole with the ball. Now guarded by Brown. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Jones. Tries again. It's rebounded by Washington. 3-pointer Kispert. Pass to Holmes. It's Poole on the wing. Clock at 6. About a minute played here in the second half. Can't hit from in close. So many ups and downs in his career, Doris. You forget how young Jordan Poole is.
Well, think about opposite ends of the spectrum. Early on in his career, he goes down to the G League and then won a title all in the span of under 24 months. To me, he's still figuring out what works best for him, but the skill is undeniable.
Pass to Boston. There's the 3. Kept alive. And he goes in for the dunk.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Here's Brown. No points so far. Jones with a screen on Poole. Here's Brown. And the layup is good off the glass.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
To the wing on the left. Here's Champagnie. No good on the 3.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Olynyk passes to Boston. Back to Olynyk. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to Boston. Over Kispert. Again, the Pelicans good for 2. Wizards trail by 12. It's Poole on the wing, defended by Brown. Three-pointer, Kispert drills it from deep.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Here's Boston, defended by Kispert. Jones sets a screen. On the wing, Jones. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Washington. Kispert outside. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Holmes, a screen on Brown. Outside for Bay. There's the triple. And again, Washington with a triple.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Poole. Bay outside. Jones grabs the board.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Olynyk for 3. He drops it from range. And now an 11-point Pelican lead.
Olynyk giving the defense no time to react. Quick catch and shoot.
It's good. Bay's got 7. 34 seconds left in the third. For New Orleans, they've gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Screen by Olynyk. Outside, Brown. Screen by Olynyk. Brown, no good. Here's Poole. Poole floating in for the slam. He's electric.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Murray. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
The third quarter comes to a close. It's New Orleans up by 7. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. We've got Trey Murphy. C.J. McCollum is out there with Murray. Then there's Zion Williamson. And it's Messi in at center. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for New Orleans.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses.
And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
Team foul. Shooting for Washington, Marcus Smart. People taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
They keep calling his number. Murray is still hot.
Smart against McCollum. Smart right side. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
Murray with it. Middleton covering. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. That three's off the mark. The Wizards trail by 7. Pass to Smart. There's a screen. Middleton with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lays it up and banks it in.
And far from just a jump shooter, Middleton stays active and is always ready to shoot.
Now here's Murray. Down low. Here's Williamson. Zion! Aggressive on the interior.
Excellent work inside from Williamson. This is why he's so aggressive down there.
George passes to Middleton. Coulibaly on the wing, defended by Murray. Shot from the low block. And it's Coulibaly missing.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
New Orleans leading by 8. And they double up Murray. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Pass to Middleton. Offline with a 3.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. McCollum against Smart. McCollum's shot is off.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Washington gets it back. Middleton outside. Pass to Smart. From deep, Sarr. The rebound by Murray.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Here he goes. And they pick up 2. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And once Murray plants his feet, it's over.
Middleton from the outside. The Wizards with another miss. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Williamson with a screen on Smart. There's McCollum with the 3. The offensive rebound. That shot, no good.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
And that one's good. Middleton.
Now, if you're the defense, you can't allow Middleton to heat up out there. I mean, he can be so efficient from long range.
McCollum looks around. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. 4-3. Rebound Washington. And the Wizards on the break. Oh, Smart drives. Finished off the break.
I tell you, you have to respect the willingness to make shots in crucial situations. Go to work, Marcus Smart.
McCollum outside. 46 seconds left in the final quarter. Looking to get back on track. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
McCollum against Smart. Pass to Sarr. Fades back. No luck on that one. And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Driving to the basket. Williamson with a screen on Middleton.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
15.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up by 9. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
All but over now. Those free throws help seal the deal.
And so it's New Orleans winning this one. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to...
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and...
Cool.